this activity, I just cut up some cardboard boxes, gave her paper towel tubes, stickers, and painter's tape, and just let her be creative. This was really good for her leadership skills as well, because in order to make what she wanted, she needed my help with the tape. She needed my help to hold cardboard certain places. So she would ask me to help her hold things, to tape things, to move things around in order to create this. So this really, I was just there to help her, but I let her lead the way. You can really use anything that you have around your house, empty milk cartons, tissue boxes, cardboard, paper, really whatever you have, and just let your child be creative. I'm sure everyone has heard of this science experiment, but it's really fun for a toddler because it's brand new and exciting to them. This is a fun way for a toddler to experiment with chemical reactions.
It's raining!
It's fizzing!
Ooh, so icy.
So this is just fun because it's different than just painting paper. I originally thought that we could do color mixing with this activity, but the colors didn't really seem to blend together too well. I don't know if it was the paint that we had or the ice block or what, but if you guys end up doing this activity, let me know if you guys are able to color mix with this. So this is just a fun experiment that teaches about density. So I just printed labels that said things that sink and things that float, and my daughter will put the items under the correct column. And for the control of error, I just had the same number of items for each column.
It floats!
It floats!
It floats! It floats! It floats!
This is just frozen paint. I froze some washable finger paint that I had on hand, and it was a really fun activity. It got just as messy as finger paint would because it melted and it got everywhere, but messy play is so important. There's so many benefits to it, so it's a really fun activity. And for a child, process art like this is just about the process. It's about having fun while you're doing it and not so much about the finished product. So this kind of thing is great for toddlers because there's not a certain way they have to do anything. They can just do whatever they want and be creative.
Me. I can listen.
For this, I just used some painter's tape to put shapes on the floor. I could not make the circle with the tape, so I just used a plate for that and let her sort different objects based on their shape. I just have some yoga cards and my daughter will copy the poses.
Purple.
Wow, you did a repeating pattern. I had some loose parts that I used for this activity, but you could really use anything for sorting. And she's mastered sorting and is really good at it, but this was fun for her because I placed the baskets all over the room. So it provided an extra challenge and it provided a lot of movement for her. Sorting is an important cognitive skill for children. It teaches them to recognize similarities and differences. Sorting teaches children to problem solve. Sorting is a fundamental skill for mathematics. After she sorted everything, she wanted to count how many were in each basket. Walking on the line helps a child learn coordination and control of movement. It also works on coordination and body control. I just used painter's tape to make the line. So a line like this is something that you will see in the Montessori classroom. It's a place that the children can go when they want to have some movement and need to move their bodies. So this works really well if you can't go outside. This activity tests magnetism, so I just gave my daughter a magnet that we had, and I gave her equal number of things that would magnetize and equal number of things that would not, and she put them in a column of yes or no. So for the control of error, the child will know that each column has to have the same number of items. So if they accidentally put too many items in one column, they can self-correct by going back and checking their work.
I guess it's
This is a storybook puzzle. I got this off Amazon. It's basically just pictures that you put in any order that you want, and you can make up your own story. This works on language and communication skills, and it boosts imagination and creativity. As your child creates their own story, you can also tell a story to your child. We take turns doing this, and it's really fun. Telling stories are exciting. It boosts your child's listening skills, and it's just a really fun way to spend quality time together. And then what?
the turtle for me.
Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave them below, and I'll see you guys next time.
Happy.
They're all happy? Oh, good.